Dear Parenting Pro. Tell me about the role of genetics in early childhood. In developing a smart brain, biology and genetics does play a significant part, but not exactly in the manner that you might expect. You may be very shocked by this. You actually have much more power over your genes than was once thought. There are 100 billion cells in the brain, called neurons, in an infant, but they are unable to interact very effectively with one another. Neurons must learn to speak to each other during the first 1,000 days of life by creating the essential links that provide the basis for language, vision, listening, understanding, feeling, and thought, the neural mechanisms to growth. The distinction between a decent mind and a brilliant mind can be expressed by strengthening these relations. An intelligent brain is hardwired to rapidly and efficiently think, read, store, and retrieve data. It's true that certain brain growth mechanisms are gene-dependent, but it's also true that we have a lot to learn about how certain genes act. It was once assumed that he would inherit intelligent genetics and be born with a large brain if a boy was fortunate enough to have educated parents. Of course, in real life, it doesn't always operate that way and, as we have all discovered, this story has so much more to it than just plain biology. Both biology and the climate play an important part in intelligence and future academic achievement. Compared to babies that were not as well cared for, babies who are supported, well-nurtured, and well-nourished grow up to be adults with stronger average intelligence. In the past, what we did not completely understand was the interaction between genes and environmental factors, or more precisely, how genes and IQ could be influenced by the environment. The interrelation between genes and the environment is now much better understood by us. The quantity and type of brain cells you are born with can be dictated by genes, but environmental factors that you regulate as a parent turn on and off the exact chromosomes involved in brain growth. More specifically, we now think that it is possible to turn on the best genes under the right conditions, the ones that would make the mind smarter. By guiding the output of enzymes that are essential for brain growth, genes do their job. The connectivity between brain cells that eventually makes the brain sharper is regulated by these specific proteins, and they are particularly essential and crucial during this time of rapid brain growth. But what in the first place activates the intelligent genetic material? Many factors, like daily intellectual stimulation, physical exercise, the right nutrients and diets, as well as the sense of feeling valued and emotionally stable. We all recognize that poor genes can be turned on by a negative atmosphere. Children who have been provided a less than adequate diet, not brought up in a setting that is emotionally stimulating, subjected to toxic contaminants in the environment, or raised in a restrictive household are not as likely to have positive gene expressions as children raised in healthier circumstances, the benefits of which will allow a child to reach their maximum intellectual capacity. By the way, want your child to be an academic superstar? Wish they knew the advanced learning strategies Harvard students use, like the active attention secret? Get Coach Jake's advanced free training at childlearningcourse.com.